Lives Matter under more scrutiny over how it's spending donors' money, as a new report claims Black Lives Matter leaders used $6 million in donations to buy a massive, beautiful California mansion. Fox News contributor and civil rights attorney Leo Terrell joins us right now from Los Angeles. Leo, good morning to you.
Good morning, Steve. How are you?
I'm doing okay, but I'm scratching my head. After the summer of 2020, we'd heard that Black Lives Matter took in, I think, $90 million, and we wondered what they were going to spend the money on. Now we know they spent $6 million on a mansion for themselves.
Yeah, Steve, living like the rich and famous. Steve, I'll be very honest with you. $90 million. They basically use Black Americans for profit. Steve, ever since the George Floyd death, Black Lives Matter has profited from the George Floyd death. What have they done for the Black community? Where are the community centers? Where is the improvement in education? They use this money for personal gain, and you look at that house. That house does not help Black Americans. It is basically blood money, Steve, and it's sickening and it's embarrassing. Black people were exploited. Black Americans were exploited by Black Lives Matter for the personal gain of a few.
Well, take us back, Leo. How did they wind up getting these millions and millions of dollars? I know big corporations gave millions of dollars. Why?
Wow. It is the classic shakedown. Steve, everyone remembers the George Floyd death, a horrific murder.
Yep.
Let's be very clear. Black Lives Matter exploited that. Black Lives Matter, the NBA, all these major corporations, they wanted to be on the so-called right side of justice. They were on the wrong side, because what have Black Lives Matter, what have these social groups done other than exploit, shook down corporations for personal gain, Steve? The Black community has not benefited from the $90 million. There's a state investigation into Black Lives Matter in California. That beautiful home does not benefit Black Americans. It doesn't benefit Americans at all.
Right. Well, I understand there's a federal investigation as well. I think I read this morning somewhere. So is there a possibility these three women right here who are toasting each other, I think they were all involved in this particular mansion. What sort of peril are they in? Because when you give money to a charity, it's not supposed to buy somebody a mansion.
You're absolutely right. The question is, will this administration, will this left-wing Democratic administration in Washington or this deep blue state in California take any action? I want to look the camera right in the eye and tell everyone in this country, name me one thing Black Lives Matter has done to benefit Black Americans in this country. I'm waiting, and they had $90 million, Steve. So I'm looking forward to an investigation. Hopefully, in this administration, it probably won't happen, but I'm looking for something tangible that Black Lives Matter has done for Black Americans with all that money.
Well, they did buy a mansion. Let's see what happens next. Leo, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you, Steve.
You bet.
Hi, Glenn O'Brien, kill me. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page.
Hey, what's up, Drew? What's going on? Thanks for joining. It's my brother Drew right there. I told people Black Lives Matter was a scam. Black Lives Matter is three females, and these females don't like Black families. Black Lives Matter, the females that run this organization, they don't like seeing a Black man with a Black woman and kids. Black Lives Matter scammed the community. Black Lives Matter refuses to give money to the people that died, to their families. They don't want to give no money to these people. And you see what this man said, and he's not lying. They brought mansions. They brought property. They are not for the black community at all. They are not. They're living off of dead black people, and they are ignoring the families. They're selling t-shirts. They're selling hats. They're getting donations from multiple corporations that's millions and billions of dollars that they're worth, but they're giving zero to the people that their kids was murdered by the cops. Number two, Black Lives Matter only seems to come around and march and destroy property and destroy where they live if a Caucasian person kills a black person. But it's sadly to say, it's very sad to say that black people kill each other from sunup to sundown, Monday through Sunday. And where the hell is Black Lives Matter? You think I'm joking? Hold on for 1 minute. If you think I'm joking, Black Lives Matter is not for the black community. So get that out of your head. If I can find this, okay?
Hi, my name is Eddie Pack.
Okay.
As a recruiter, I help others grow professionally and
If
personally.
I can find this.
2 years ago, I decided.
We do talk a lot about gun insanity here on Eyewitness News these days, and tragically, it was on full display across New York City yesterday. 9 shootings on Memorial Day, 9 shootings, a total of 15 victims.
7 of those shootings happened in a span of just 6 hours between 4:45 in the afternoon and 10:40 at night. And there was gun violence in all 5 boroughs. One person, a 15-year-old, was killed.
We'll say that again. A 15-year-old was killed. In one of those shootings, 5 people were hurt. This exclusive video of that shootout in the Bushwick section of Brooklyn. Eyewitness News reporter N.J. Burkett obtaining this video, and he joins us live at the scene now.
Right, Bill, Mayor de Blasio told me today that he can feel it in his bones. The city of New York is turning around. But try telling that to the people of Bushwick, Brooklyn, or the people in Queens, Manhattan, the Bronx, or Staten Island. Yes, there were shootings last night in all of those places. 5 people shot here on this street corner alone.
I wasn't here, so I'm glad I wasn't here.
Neighbors know how lucky they were. It was just before 8 p.m. 2 groups of young men are standing outside the neighborhood bodega. Suddenly, one of them opens fire, and it's pandemonium. 5 will be hit with gunshots to the chest and back, in the arms and legs. Amazingly, no bystanders were wounded, but it was only one of several shootings last night. In just 6 hours, there were 7 shootings with 13 victims. One of them, a 15-year-old in Harlem, was killed. A rising tide of gun violence that touched every borough last night. And it all comes as police have struggled for weeks to control violent assaults in the New York City transit system. Today, we asked Mayor de Blasio to explain what's happening and what he's doing about it.
What do you say to people who believe that the crime genie is out of the bottle and you don't know how to stuff it back in?
I understand the fear. I really do. And there's a persistent concern, which I've heard now for decades in this city, of are we going to go back to the bad old days? And I really try my best to help people understand there are so many reasons why that is not going to happen. But there.
Could somebody tell me where was Black Lives Matter when all this was going down? Could somebody explain to me in the comment section, where was Black Lives Matter when these black terrorists of our neighborhood were shooting each other up and killed the 15-year-old kid and constantly do this? Where's Black Lives Matter at? I would like to know where they at. If y'all are watching this Black Lives Matter, how come y'all don't come in when we shoot each other? Black folks been doing this for decades. Where y'all at, Black Lives Matter? Where y'all at? I'm gonna show you something else. Or we gonna keep going because Black Lives Matter is a scam. It's a real bad scam. Black Lives Matter is a scam, okay? It's a real bad scam, and don't fall for it. Okay? Totally disgusting. Now, where's Black Lives Matter? These people are using us, and a lot of black folks are so blinded they can't see that we're being used by other black people. We're being used, and the families are being exploited by other black people that's using them to become rich. This is what they're doing. And it's sad that you really can't talk to black folks, because black folks, one thing about us, we get offended and we get mad when somebody tells us that we're the problem. We can talk, you can talk, and we can talk about the white man until the sky turns rainbow color bright. But the fact remains, why are Black Lives Matter not dealing with this? Why are Black Lives Matter stealing and harboring money and buying $1 million homes and going on life latches? They going to different countries and they're having a good time. And meanwhile, the people that's suffering in the neighborhood, the Black Lives Matter could have built schools. We could have made jobs. We could have made housing for the black community. A lot of us black folks, we talk a good game when we have money, but we never put back into it. We never put back into our neighborhood. This is why we have nothing. You got Jewish people that will help each other. You got Hispanic people that will help each other. You got Indian people that will help each other. You got Asian people that will help each other. Caucasian people from other countries that will help each other. But black folks won't take a penny and won't lift a finger to help each other that has money. And if one does, they call him a sellout. They call him, oh, why are you taking your money that you earned and to put it back in the hood? Well, maybe everybody in the hood is not bad. Maybe you got hardworking people in the hood that need a place for their kids to go, like a basketball court. They need a center where they can go and do their homework, because some of the parents do work. They work. So they need stuff like this. And us keep begging Congress, and us as black folks keep begging everybody. Meanwhile, we have a lot of rich black folks that can say, you know what, let's stop begging everybody. We're going to help. But no, we steal from each other. Black Lives Matter got caught with their pants down. That's what Black Lives Matter did. Black Lives Matter got caught with their pants down, man. It's disrespectful to the people that their kids died, and Black Lives Matter living off them, and the people that their kids die can't even get a penny from Black Lives Matter. And this video is directed towards Black Lives Matter. Y'all 3 women need to be ashamed of yourself, and y'all need to be locked up. You need to go to jail. All three of y'all need to get locked up for disrespecting these families, and then you disrespect the black community by doing nothing, and you're taking money and you using it for your own personal gain. You three of y'all need to get locked up. I don't care how you feel about it, but y'all disrespectful and y'all need to get locked up. It's horrible. The black community right now is in a bad spiral turn to hell, and no black folks that have money is trying to help the black community out. Everybody else that becomes wealthy does for their own community and set black people. Negroes can't stick together, man. Negroes refuse to stick together. That's the problem. See, if two Negroes got together and built some type of business, one Negro is going to plot to kill the other Negro to get everything, to get the money, to get the business. One Negro is going to be thinking about plotting to kill his partner. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Black folks will sit up here and talk this black power crap and put the fists up in the air nonsense and will screw each other behind closed doors. You tell me and anybody out there, tell me I'm wrong. Horrible how we treat each other and what we do. This is disgusting what Black Lives Matter is doing. $90-something million and couldn't even give the family that y'all did the death. The death of the kids, that these parents, they're living off that death and can't give them no money. Couldn't give them at least $5 million a piece or something like that. 10 million, something, $5 million a piece. Because this is their money. You're living off Black Lives Matter. You're living off the death of these people. Black people, man, will never get ahead. We'll never get ahead because we are so disgusted toward each other and just devious toward each other. And we crap on the black community. And then we always talk about the white man. No, the white man has nothing to do with this. Nothing to do with this at all. We as Negroes have to say, we have to blame us now. Because the white man didn't put a gun to our head and say, don't help each other. Don't look out for each other. He didn't do that, man. We made this conscious decision to say, you know what? When I make it, screw everybody else in the black community. Now, I always thought about it, but I woke up a long time ago. I understand why you got some good black folks that have to leave the hood, because if they stay there, then you got the Pookies and the Ray Rays ready to take you out because you decided you wanted to go to school and you wanted to get some type of trade or degree and make something of yourself. And now you got Pookie and Ray Ray and Man and John behind the corner, around the corner somewhere, ready to take you out. So you got to leave. But you even got black folks that will leave but will still come back to the community and try to help people one by one. You do have some good black folks that will try to do that. MC Hammer did it, and he got screwed by his own people. MC Hammer made millions of dollars. This black man came from a California where it's Bloods and Crips and bloody shooting everywhere. This man came from that type of neighborhood and still came back to the hood, took all the people, gave them jobs, and then when MC Hammer went broke, what happened? All the black folks walked right out on him. This is how Negroes are. This is how Negroes are. Black folks will never stick together. Black folks have too much animosity toward each other. Black folks have too much hate in their heart toward each other. And this is why black folks will never stick together and will never make it together. You're going to have to go on your own. I hate to say that you're going to have to either go on your own or you're going to have to find some black folks that have some type of mindset and that do want to get together with black folks, and y'all going to have to leave, man. You're going to have to leave the hood. And what Black Lives Matter did was horrible. They took that money off of other people's death and they spent it among themselves. They bought houses. They bought property. They went on lavish luxury vacations. They didn't care. They didn't care. And the family said, well, what happened? We can't get no money? No, we ain't giving you nothing. We have to think about it. Black Lives Matter, they need to be locked up in jail for a long time. Because they are no better than crooked cops. They're no better. They are no better than crooked cops. They are no better than drug dealers in the streets. They are no better than no good gangsters. They are no better than them. Horrible. And I hope somebody takes this video and shows Black Lives Matter. Because y'all need to be ashamed of yourself of what y'all doing right now. Horrible. Disgusting. Now you got other Black Lives Matter members from different organizations from New York. I'm here in New York and other places saying, wait a minute, what's going on here? We following y'all and y'all living like this. Like, we thought the money was supposed to go in our neighbor. What y'all doing? Yeah. You got Black Lives Matter members from New York and other places saying, wait a minute, hold on here. That money was supposed to go to the families that, their kids that died, and then it was supposed to go in our neighborhood to bring us more jobs, to bring us more centers where if a parent, I have to go to work. I'm not a parent, but let's say I'm a parent and I have a wife and we have a kid. Okay, now who's going to watch our kid? Well, you put a center in the middle of the hood and you hire people to watch your kids, a daycare center. Or what about when I grew up, they had a thing called the Yonkers Police Athletic League, the PAL. You came, you boxed, you lift weights, you did your homework. The police officers that was very, careful of the hood, they helped you with your homework. They taught you how to box. They taught you how to lift weights and everything else. But Black Lives, y'all are horrible, man. Y'all are horrible human beings. And you're no better than a crook and a criminal and a thief. Thanks a lot, Mike. Thanks a lot. This is hard. I've never seen nothing like this. Like, how do you have $90-something million and these families, they was grieving over their kids. And y'all yelled Black Lives Matter, organizations donated money to y'all, and you didn't even give a dime to these people's families, man. And how dare you walk around like nothing? You walk around like you didn't even do nothing wrong. I don't get y'all Negroes, man. Negroes from like Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Huey P. Newton, those was real black folks. The Black Panther Party patrolled the area in California, made a lunch where the kids had a place to eat. They gave out free food while y'all are stealing money. Malcolm X went in the hood and took black people off the street that was drugged out, that was drunken, and fixed them up, gave them a place to live. They fed the people. They made sure the kids was good. But this generation of people right now is horrible. This is the worst generation of black folks I ever witnessed in my damn life. And Black Lives Matter, you're the forefront of being dirtbags. Straight up. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. Tell other people about my channel. More videos is going to come like this. I'm giving it to people raw, and I'm not sugarcoating nothing. Thanks for everybody listening, and y'all have a blessed and good day.